Hey everybody, time for a bit of a hobby update. I'm going to start with this troll right here. Got this guy finished up, pretty happy with him. He is, of course, for my orks and goblins slash Gloomspire Gitz army. He's going to be count as a rock-gut Troggoth. I've already got the troll from the old Battle Skull Pass set. And I picked this one up. This is a Reaper's Bone mini. I picked this one up because he's throwing a stone, which in my case is painted up as ice. Because the rock-gut Troggoths have a throwing attack where they throw stones. So, in fact, but my guys are going to be throwing ice. So this guy finished up. Pretty happy with how he turned out. It's been a long time since I painted any of my blue-skinned orcs and goblin stuff. I also did finish up the ethereal on disc. Of course, as I said, I replaced that flag with a flying stand bit. So pretty happy with him. Not a very complex paint job. I did do some blending on the cloak, cape, skirt, whatever it is, but not a whole lot. Didn't do much on anywhere else. There's actually not a lot of detail on this model. It's pretty simple, so it's a pretty simple model to finish up. So pretty happy with him. I also started working on my flash kits a little bit more. Pretty happy with how they came out so far too. So this is what I got so far. So I got one with a heavy bolter and one with a multi-melta. And this head is actually a Spellcrow steampunk head. So I kind of like them. They seem a little tiny bit small for nods, but not too bad. So I did have to do some extra with the belt here on this guy, and I just replaced the wires entirely here on this one. We could probably do some more, but yeah, it's good enough, I think. And you just got the backpacks. I cut off all the Space Marine stuff from there, the vents, so they don't need the backpack part of it. They just need the ammo part of it. So there are my first two flash kits with the looted Devastator weapons. Of course, I'm using some pistol bits here. It just seemed a little more appropriate. So I don't have just a pure Imperial weapon on it, but yeah, I might add some more wire to that. I'm not sure yet. I both like it and don't like it. Anyway, so those two are done. Pretty happy with those. Well, they're not done, but I still got some detail work, and add some rivets to it, to all these plates that I added to it, and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm just gonna rivet them up a little bit, and then they'll be done. The big project, though. Let's see. I also finished up the bases on my two buggies. So here's the first one. See, I got him flying over the rocks, or down this embankment thing here. Got the tracks actually in the shape of the rocks, so that was kind of nice. So there's the first one. Here's the second one. I'm kind of like making tire tracks in the dust here. So very simple basing, just enough to say that they're based. I'm going to add some tufts to them, of course. But now I'm going to start building weapons for them. And while I was trying to figure out which ones I wanted to build, I decided to just go ahead and build them all. So I'm going to, because all I need is slightly different weapons, so I'm going to build weapons for each one for the 3 different buggies I want. Where is it? So the custom boosted blaster, which needs a rivet cannon. That's really all it needs, so just need to make a turret rivet cannon. The chopped up Drankstas, which has a shock rifle and a rocket launcher. That's not going to be hard at all. And then the Boondaka Snazwagon, which has a big shooter and the mech special. So basically just 1 or 2 weapons per model in their existing locations, and they will be fairly representative on the battlefield. So got those guys done, or those guys based. Still have to varnish the bases too, but I'll wait until I get the weapons done. So the big project, though, was I went ahead and I assembled all 12 of my warbikes. And this was most of my Saturday. While my kids were playing Pokemon, I was assembling warbikes. I actually got them all done yesterday. As I said, this was most of my day yesterday. I didn't get much else done. I got a full unit of 12 warbikes. Oops. I did add some sluggas and choppas from the regular boys kits instead of just using the ones exclusively from the warbike. This one doesn't have his hands on the handle at all. He's just holding a slugga and a choppa because that's what I wanted. Got one guy here with both hands on the bike. That's the only one I did that way. I said some of them have sluggas. This guy's holding a stick bomb as his slugga, or his choppa, I mean. Guy's got a pistol. That guy's got a pistol. So overall, yeah, they came out pretty well. So I am going to magnetize the knob with the power claw and big chopper, maybe a kill saw too. I haven't decided yet. But oh, and then I have to get a brass rod and put in the flag poles on each and every one of them because I still want to use the old flags, Gorka Morka flags on these guys. I still got plenty of. And I have, it's not here, where'd it go? I thought it was here. But I got one of the flags that came with the old buggies, which is bigger than these. And I'm gonna use that one on the knob. So yeah, so these are the old Gorka Morka bike flags. And I'm just gonna drill in a hole, glue in a brass rod, because I don't want them plastic, because I don't want to break them off. So I'm gonna deep drill a brass rod flagpole in there, do something for the top, I haven't decided what yet. Might just be like a bead or something I find, if I can find something cheap in the correct size. And then I can get to priming and painting them. But yeah. Well, I'm going to give the knob a boss pole too, because I do have these guys still too. That might not be a bad idea. Give the knob the same boss pole. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So what's next is I'm going to keep working on a combination of the flash kits and the buggy weapons over the next week. I'm gonna get these washed and primed. Oh, I should also note that none of the boys are glued down to the bike, so I can just take them all off easily for painting. Well, not necessarily easily, but I can take them off for painting. That really makes a difference in how easy they are to paint. I just didn't take them off before because they were still drying, and I didn't want to mess with the glue until they dried completely. Where'd he go? Production value second to none. Yeah, so boys just kind of pop off, and they'll probably only come off once and glue back on once. So yeah, that's pretty big week for me. Actually, it's probably the most ambitious week I've had in a while. But again, I said this week I'm gonna be working on finishing up these bikes, working on the flash kits, working on the weapons for the buggies, and then hopefully next week I can get these things primed and start pinning them. Which, using my normal EvoSuns method, won't take very long. It won't take very long at all. So any questions, let me know. That's about it. Thanks for watching.